Yep. You are listening to a Daydreamers podcast, a bi-weekly show where we candidly speak on life, culture, random, and trending topics. I am the Daydreamer Erin, a Chardonnay drinking, unemployed radio personality, Black creative, stepmom advocate, and pit bull lover.
And I'm Keshana, who is a mental health advocate. I'm a visual artist as well as a photographer, and also a Black creative, clearly.
You're a fitness instructor too?
Not anymore.
Yourself not anymore? Okay.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Formerly a fitness instructor. I still think of you as that. Anyway, a Daydreamers podcast is a reminder to do what makes you happy, people. Okay. So thanks for coming back to another show. Happy to hear you guys, see you guys, all of that. Last week we did have some comments from our last show. Miss Sawita G on YouTube said, good on you for taking care of your mental health. I was recently diagnosed ADHD. I chose not to take medication, but do therapy and get life coach sessions to learn how to function in the society with my neurodivergent brain. Now, you know, Keshana, I never heard of neurodivergent until you said it the other day.
Really? I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm surprised. But then I think the cool thing about neurodivergent is or neurodivergency or whatever is that it kind of is very broad and it can cover like a wide range of diagnosed and undiagnosed things. So I think it's cool. It's very inclusive.
Yeah, I never even heard of the word until you said it the other day.
I did get some feedback via text message from the amazing Tangela. She called us founding mothers, and I thought you should know.
She said what?
She called us founding mothers. I think when we were talking about BCC last week and how, you know, that kind of came to fruition with Vitus and everybody, she called us founding mothers for that.
Yay! I didn't know she listened. Where does she listen at?
Apple.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. It's so crazy to me. I was even like this when I was on air on the radio, when people would say, "Oh, I heard you on the radio." I'm like, "You did?" Even though I know
True.
like we're broadcasting everywhere, it's still like, you heard me. That's so weird because you're in a booth by yourself talking to yourself essentially, but I mean like you're talking to everybody. Anyway, girl, so what was your biggest, hardest decision this week, girl?
Oh my gosh. Not to buy pure white Hennessy.
Really?
Not to Mexico. So because it was overpriced. I feel like it was overpriced. They was trying to get me. And I was like, but I wanted it. So I was like, but let's be responsible. So I was like, well, there'll be other times.
Well, girl, one of the hardest decisions I had this week was to buy Chardonnay. But see, I get paid semi-monthly. So like this past week, I ain't really had no money to just be spending on frivolous things. And so I was like, Erin, you're not gonna spend your last X amount of money on Chardonnay and you're not gonna charge it because that's very college, very early 20s, and we're not there anymore. So I opted to not, and I could have dug into another account. Like I used one of Larry's accounts, like to get groceries or something. And I could have easily slid in my bottle of Chardonnay within the groceries. He would have never known. But I was like, no, don't do it. Just wait. Just chill.
Way to be responsible, though. You know, way to be responsible.
Right. So that was a really, I won't say it was hard, but I really sat there and thought about it. I was like, Erin, now chill on the Chardonnay. Like you can get you some Chardonnay this weekend when you get your pay. That's paycheck money. That's not last of paycheck money. That's beginning of paycheck money. And don't charge it because you're a grown woman now.
But grown people charge things, you know, I'm just saying, but like, you know, I think you were being responsible.
I think I was too. I'm very proud of myself. Because I could have dipped back into 23-year-old Erin and been like, bitch, let me charge this Woodbridge right quick.
Speaking of Woodbridge, what are you drinking right now?
Woodbridge Chardonnay.
You got Chardonnay. I got a Grape Crush, you know, classic.
In the bottle. That's so old school. It's so nostalgic.
Yeah, I love it. I like glass bottles.
I just
Somebody
knew you were
really
going to be
cool
on here
got this
sipping
for
your
me.
smoothie this
Hmm.
morning. I just knew you were going to be on. I said this morning, but it's noon. But I really thought you was going to be on here sipping your smoothie.
Mm. I actually need to finish my grocery order. See, the part of neurodivergence that anybody else who's neurodivergent understands this in the ADD or ADHD spectrum is like you'll start grocery list or pickup list, and like you'll put it and then you'll forget to check out, and then you'll wonder why your grocery's not ready because you never fucking checked out.
Right.
So that's happening. Like this is real time. What's happening? I started this list yesterday.
But you know what?
Never checked out. Never checked.
I still think I need to get tested or discuss ADD, ADHD, because a lot of the things that my friends who go through this, I'll be like, I do the same thing. Like I think that way. I do the same type of stuff. Like
You probably are somewhere on there.
I feel like I'm somewhere on that spectrum.
You very well might be.
Very well. Okay, so tell me about the art crawl because I missed it.
It was amazing. We had a showcase with BCC NL
Circles, North
had
Louisiana, our group. Yeah.
yeah, we had a showcase called Unmasking the Arts. Showcased some local artists. I was one of them, along with some other amazing artists. We had Anique. Please don't. Okay, maybe I should name names because I don't remember everybody, but I'm gonna name who I remember right now. So there was Anique, Harris, Ansel, who I cannot for the love of me think of Ansel's last name, but he also owns Charming Studios. He's also a florist. He does a lot of things. Let's see, Rodriguez Davis, me, like I said, and there was another one, but I can't, I don't know why I can't remember the name. Then we had Shakitra come out. She performed. We also had a literary artist out there as well. We had poets. We had an author that I cannot remember her name, but she read some selections from one of her books as well. I think she's published several books. It was really good. It was really good, of course. And then we also did the mural reveal that BCC collaborated with Northeast Delta Human Services Authority on a mental health mural to help support their Rise Above Stigma campaign. And it was dope, of course. It was very well attended. You know how art crawls go. People are not like really in there to stay. It's in and out. You're going through it's a crawl. So you're going from space to space. But I think it was pretty good. We did some raffles, gave away a couple of prints and things like that. We had DJ T Baby, who was cool. He's he's a good DJ. He's a local DJ for you guys who are not local that are listening, but he's cool. Get at him for all of your DJ needs. Yeah, it was really cool. We had the slideshow going because Drake was awesome and put that together. So we had that going on the screen the whole time. It showed just us at different BCC at different functions and other events that we'd had, and also the mural progression, like and things like that. We were able to kind of talk about that. Of course, Vitus got up there and talked about a few things as well. So I think it was just really good. It was a nice turnout. Jennifer did her Thug Thizzle, come on, event coordinator. Like she did amazing. Had a nice food truck was out there. I think we had a couple of them, but it was very nice. It was very well attended. I'm excited about it, especially because of COVID. Considering COVID, like it was a good time. It's a good night.
I feel like just for a bit of history, our artist collective group, Black Creative Circle of North Louisiana, that we call BCC, we had our debut exhibition at the Art Crawl in Monroe, Louisiana. And see, the thing is about the Art Crawl, and it's basically just all the art galleries in downtown Monroe opened up for one night. It kind of turned into a little block party over the years, but it's at least they've been doing it for at least 10 years, I want to say, probably more than that.
Yeah, I think we're on like 12 now. I think this is 12.
Yeah, so that's what the art crawl is. All the art galleries open up, and people go in, you mixing, you're mingling, you're buying various types of arts, various mediums of art and everything. And it's so cool that we had our debut exhibition in 2020, right before the shutdown. And it was in February, it was cold, so it wasn't a lot of people at the art crawl in general, but we still had a good turnout.
We were popping. We had a lot of people in there.
We did. I did my first live show at our exhibition. Which was good. I still have it somewhere, but I haven't published it. But anyway, so for this art crawl, they wanted us back, which is awesome. In the same space, they asked us to come back. And I missed it because somebody had a fever. Daycare called. I did everything possible to make sure I was going to be at the art crawl. I was supposed to host as well. And daycare called me like 3:00 and was like, yeah, Zipporah's kind of out of it. She has a fever. So yeah, I didn't make it. But I saw the pictures. Y'all go to our group's Facebook and Instagram at Black Creative Circle NL and check out the photos and stuff like that. Like, y'all look like y'all had so much fun.
It was fun. Like I said, it was good music. It was a good time. Now, the art crawl itself has, I don't know. I think West Monroe was more popping than Monroe.
Really?
This crawl. Yeah. They had a lot going on in West Monroe this time.
Like for this particular past art crawl?
Yeah, because they had a lot going on over there on that side. And usually West Monroe is like, when it comes to the art crawl, like there's stuff over there, but people are not really going. I think it was a little opposite this time, especially with the Arts Council being moved to Antique Alley.
Oh, okay.
So that's
so the Arts Council moved from Monroe to West Monroe.
No, the Arts Council was always in West Monroe. They were just.
I always thought they were in Monroe.
No, they their building was in West Monroe City Hall.
You know what?
So they got moved from there to a space on Antique Alley. I'm not even sure if they have moved in to that space yet, but there was a lot. They had a lot going on over there, and so the attendees that I would speak to, I would ask, because I'm there, I'm not really moving, I'm not going anywhere because it's our event, and I'm just kind of trying to see what else is going on and stuff. And they were telling me they would mention like they were in West Monroe the whole time, or they're going back over there or whatever, because it wasn't, the weather had got a certain kind of way, started getting a little chilly, and I don't know, it was mad windy. It was, so it just wasn't a whole lot of people, like there normally would be, but it was still like a good turnout, I would say, considering. But the last art crawl was kind of like that. It's just getting different, and then with COVID and then the other one being canceled, and
I think it's gonna be we're the art crawl, like with anything, it's restarting.
Yeah, there's gonna be some I think it's just, it has to find its new footing,
right?
And
right. Well, hopefully,
but if you are local, check it out. We'll be doing, we'll definitely be a part of the June art crawl for sure, because Juneteenth, definitely got to be a part. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing yet, but we will have some sort of space, whether that'll be the studio space or maybe we'll be back at the Palace. I'm not sure, but we'll be BCC will be involved in some sort of way.
Well, hopefully I can make it. Hopefully nobody will have tummy issues or a rash or a fever, and I can be there this time. So tell me about your cruise. Kayshana just took herself by herself on a cruise. I've never traveled by myself before.
It was a fun time. I may or may not be sunburned.
You what?
But it was a fun time though. I had a great time. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was for my birthday. You have to celebrate you, because why would you not? You don't need someone to celebrate you. That's always nice. It's nice. It's nice to be celebrated by other people and whatnot, but you got to do that for you. Yeah. I'm just saying, like what Cookie said, I got to put me first, Lucius. I got to put me first. Because like I just have to, and like I'm not, like I'm not gonna sit and wait around for people to celebrate me. I don't think that that's probably the best bet for anyone to do. Just because you'll be people like to do what I like to call people, because people gonna people every time. People will people, and if you wait around on people, they're gonna people. So, and whatever that means, you know. But I had a good time. I have no regrets. Definitely look forward to doing it again. It was amazing. Like I said, it was amazing. It was beautiful. I am tan. I might be burnt a little bit. My forehead's peeling, but we're not gonna talk about that. Um, I did wear sunscreen, so don't just think I was just out here being willy nilly. I wore sunscreen, but when you go to like Costa Maya and stuff, they actually tell you kind of not to, because sunscreen really affects the coral reef and like it kills it, and you have to be mindful. So I didn't wear as much as I should. There was no reapplication or anything like that. So I think that may be where I experienced some things, but I had a great time. I spent a lot of time on the beach, a lot of time out in the sun, just relaxing, even though I still had schoolwork to do. And I definitely did that while I was out there, because responsibilities and whatnot, they do not stop. But it was nice to at least be able to get some sort of a break. Even though I wasn't able to get a break from school, I was able to get a break from work and just kind of being in the same environment. So it's nice to be around beautiful things. That's all. I met some cool people.
I know. I saw you call me at one point out there, and you made you a friend. Y'all was out there in the ocean, and I'm at work underwriting mortgage loans. I'm like, this bitch. What are you doing? I'm working. What do you think I'm doing?
At one point, I forgot what day it was. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just like, this is wonderful. Girl, that's how you know your vacation good.
My last vacation was my Zipporah. Like, we're gonna try for Zipporah vacation. That was. She was born when, so that was like the end of 2019. We went on a vacation and spent like a week, and that was the last time we really just had like a vacay. Now I'm supposed to go on I'm going on my first cruise in August. Me and my first cousins, we decided I went to one of my cousin's wedding a couple of weeks ago, and it was just like we all of us have not been together in a long time. I think the last time we were all together was a couple years ago for my aunt's funeral. But other than that, like, I missed the last family reunion. I missed one of our great aunties' funerals. I've missed a lot of family stuff. And so this was the first thing where all of my grandmother's, the girls, grandmothers, granddaughters were together. And so we was just kicking it and having fun and stuff. And one of my cousin that I was staying with was saying something about a cruise. She want to do something for her birthday. So I was like, let's go, and then it just, we reached out to some other cousins like, hey, this is what we talking about doing. And then now it's just like, we've already booked the cruise and we're doing it. So I've always gone to resorts. I've never done a cruise before.
Cruises are awesome. This is my third one. So, okay. And I definitely plan on doing more. I like it as a solo traveler. Even if you're not solo, I like cruises because you don't have to worry about anything. Mm-hmm. And I know like you can have resorts and they can be all inclusive, and that's awesome. Yeah, you don't have to worry about where you're going. You don't have to worry about getting back to anywhere. You don't have to worry about, you can get as lit as you want to get and all kinds of stuff. There's no driving. You don't have to call an Uber. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just walk back to your room. Yeah. Like whatever. Everything you need is on board. Medical on board. All that stuff is on board. Like you don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm. So I like that part, that aspect of it. I definitely plan on doing more traveling outside of cruises as well, just because why the fuck not? Why would I not?
I know. I said once I go, I'm gonna get the bug to move around. And my thing is like, since COVID and since I've had Zipporah, I've just been in one spot. And I feel like once somebody discovered my brand new bottle of anxiety pills in my purse. But I feel like once I go, I'm gonna be like, I'm going everywhere. I'm just not, I feel like that's what it's going to take me to just like get out the house. And like, even last night, like Kayshawn, both of our birthdays in April. And so by the time this episode comes out, my birthday would have passed. And after the last show, your birthday came or whatever. So even last night we went to Kayshana's birthday dinner. Happy birthday. And like, I just hadn't been out. And even though we were at a nice restaurant and, it was just like intelligent grown-up conversation over wine and nice food. And I was like, dang, I've been missing out. Like now I'm going to be like, what are we doing next? Of course, if my schedule and motherhood does not get in the way, but and now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to, but I will say this, I was so ready to go home and get out the damn girdle. I ain't gonna lie about that. I want to go somewhere where I ain't got to put no girdle on, honey. Okay. But all that to say, it was fun just to get out and do and everything.
Yeah, it was a nice time.
All right, girl. So, let me go ahead and do this. So, like I just said, our birthdays are in April. And what are we, 2 years apart? How many years apart are we? 3?
I think it's like 3.
So we're like 3 years and a week apart. But I stopped considering January 1st, New Year, like a couple years ago. Like my New Year starts in April on my birthday. And so I know like last episode I said I had a New Year's resolution that I broke, but really it was just like I just said on January 1st that I was going to stop cussing so much in just regular everyday conversations. But my new year always starts in April. And so this year I said that this is going to be my year of doing the things that I want to do. And if I'm unable to do it right now, I'm going to plant the seeds to do it, because why not? You know what I'm saying? Like I talked to you recently about some things that I wanted to do, a couple hobbies that I want to turn into businesses. Now I'm not saying I'm gonna start off with a whole LLC, but I'm definitely going to do my hobbies, do my crafts, and actually put them out there for purchase. And I'm insecure about both of them. Because one of them is not my medium. Like my medium is talking. Like I found out that through radio that I talk and that I'm good at bringing people together. I'm good at doing like, bringing conversations together and things like that. Actually, now I think about it, I always wanted to work on a talk show. I never wanted to be the host, but I always wanted to be a producer for a talk show. So anyway, but one of the hobbies that I have is visual. And I never saw myself as that type of artist, but I was just doing it for me. And a couple people said that they were cool, including you, which means a lot because you are an amazing visual artist and stuff. So I was just like, maybe I should put this forward, but I'm a little insecure about it, but I'm going to do it. And I roped in Kayshana and our friend Vitus to keep me accountable. Another one is just something I was doing for my daughter and me. And I got stopped 3 times and somebody was like, oh, I like what this is. Do you sell it? And I was like, no, it's 3 times in one. I went to Brookshire's getting a couple things and I was stopped 3 times while I was in Brookshire's for maybe like 20, 30 minutes. And I was like, well, maybe I need to turn this into something because clearly there's an audience for it. But there's another one, and I've talked to you about it. Kayshana, she doesn't consider herself a fitness instructor anymore because she's not doing it right now. But Kayshana used to have a dope hip hop cardio class. She's still a fitness instructor to me. She just not doing. She got other stuff going on right now. That's
the way I missed Jenny class this morning. Shout out to Misfit One, by the way, Misfit One of Monroe, Louisiana. Jenny Overton is amazing, and that's who actually got me started on it. And the way I missed her class this morning.
But I mean, we had dinner.
I had plans. I was gonna be there too.
You went and hung out afterwards. Like, it's okay.
And I still sometimes I'll do a couple songs or whatever here and there at her studio here and there. But not, I don't teach a whole class right now.
It's like all she gotta do is like me and Zipporah would just come to her living room and just do a routine because your class was so dope. It was so fun. Like we were working out, but of course it's dance as well. And like it was just good. I got a good sweat, you know what I'm saying? But all that to say, I've talked to Kayshana about this. I have a secret inside fantasy, I guess. I don't know, of being some form of a fitness instructor. And I actually said something about it right before we shut down for the pandemic. I had posted it on Facebook, and I'm not going to say what it is until the stuff comes to life. But I posted it on Facebook, and Amanda, that taught at Anytime Fitness, was like, "Oh, for real? You really want to do this?" Because she's this type of instructor. She was like, "Oh, you really want to do this? Because we need subs all the time." And I was like, "Oh my God, I would love to." But I had just started a new job, and then the pandemic, and then I found out I was pregnant and the pandemic hit. So I wasn't able to do it. But that's still something I think about. And the gym that I go to now, I know one of the instructors, one of the CrossFit instructors, and she's a trainer. And I said something to her about it. And I was like, this is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I enjoy, and I really want, I'm interested in becoming an instructor for this. And she told me who I needed to talk to. So I made a step towards that. So now I just need to talk to the person who's over group fitness. And I know this person, but I want to talk to this person face to face.
Make sure whenever you do get ready, I'll say this, make sure you get have your insurance together.
Okay.
And you may or may not, depending on the gym, you may need certain certifications. So be ready for that. May or may not. It depends. But either way, what you definitely gonna need, whether they require you to or not, is you're gonna want to have your own insurance.
Okay. Yeah. Noted.
And you can usually buy it and it'll be like for 1 or 2 years at a time or whatever. So you only have to do it like one time. So just make sure you have that, because you do not want anybody coming and saying XYZ and then you got to pay out of pocket for whatever it is. Yeah. So just make sure you get your insurance. $1 million policy at least.
Okay.
It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. But just get it.
I believe you. So yeah, like those are 3 things for sure that I want to do. And I believe 2 of them I can make happen right now, like today. The other one, as far as being the fitness instructor, I know I could possibly start doing it within a couple of months. I don't know, but I'm not expecting that to happen right now. Whereas the other ones I can start actively working on right now. But I just said, like, this year, my new year always starts over in April. And those 3 things, like, I'm going to do, or I'm going to plant the seed for it to happen.
I think you're going to do great things, Erin, whatever you decide to do.
I told Kayshauna that, like, she's going to have to be my secure boyfriend. I told her, like, I'm going to be, like, just because I'm insecure about the 2 hobbies, and mainly the visual artist hobby that I want to take further. But I'm really insecure. So I told her, like, I'm going to be that insecure girlfriend that's going to be like, are you sure you love me? Tell me you love me. And I need you to be like, yes, I freaking love you. Get out my face. That's how I need to be. Because I just need that type of reassurance.
Everybody needs some sort of reassurance. I don't think that's
Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna be on 10. That's why I was like, let me go ahead and let you know right now. This is what it's about to be for the next couple of months. So you just endure me, okay?
Just like disclaimer, just so you know.
I'm just letting you know what's about to happen right now. But like you already, like, I mean, like I said, this is pretty much my thing. But this year, what are you going to do for sure, or at least plant the seed? Like, you've already went back to school. So further your education is something.
That's really big. That and exploring other mediums with art, which I've already started doing. I've never done like print before. So I took a workshop for that. I definitely plan on getting into ceramics when I have time, which will be the 32nd of February at some point. But also spent a lot of time applying for things and getting rejected, which is totally fine. I usually don't apply for a lot of things like grants and, different fellowships and things of that nature. So I need to be applying now because we're about to go into a whole another quarter where we are into another quarter. And I need to put in some more applications, at least 2 more to some things. Try to get more shows, which I have another show coming up, which is awesome. My hope is that I will at least have 2 shows this year. Yeah, and if I could just do those things, like exploring other mediums is really important to me. You know, especially since I'm a mixed media artist, like the she's wait a minute, I love her. I just love Sephora. She's awesome. But yeah,
She's
that's it for
patting on
me.
my microphone, but she has a microphone. It's actually my first microphone. And it's a little banged up, which is why I let her have it, so say. But why are you banging on my blue? Okay,
Because
this
she
is a
feels like
really nice, expensive microphone. And she just banging on it.
it's like a drum or something. But outside of those things, as far as like school and like those tactile achievements and whatever, I'm making it a point to be clear and honest about what it is that I like and what I don't like. And that's not even like relationship wise, but just in general. Like, and also not tolerating things that I don't like if I don't have to. If it's not like, and you know, work is different because it's work, you're getting something out of it, but to like sit and literally tolerate things or be around things that you don't like on purpose and you don't have to, like, why the fuck would I continue to do that if I don't have to? I want to do this, you know, so therefore I'm not. I have walked out of things, the amount of stuff that I walked out on because I just didn't like it. Like, because why? And that maybe I know I'm not the only person. TikTok has, if TikTok does nothing else outside of entertain us, is it lets you know that you're not the only person who thinks and or feels this way, whatever way it is that you might be feeling.
I like your TikTok too. It's so
I
chill and just this is what I'm doing, and I'm just out here by the bayou. I'm out here at the
Thank
park. I'm
you.
painting a mural.
I want to do things that I want to do on purpose, and therefore I do them. I mean, in that way. And I mean, there's gonna be like, and not even in a childish way where like I want to eat ice cream all the time and never eat peas. It's not like that. It's if I can do something that I want to do on purpose and it's feasible and it's not irresponsible and it's not hurting anyone or myself or anything like that, why would I not do that on purpose? I want to purposely do things for me that bring me joy, excitement, pleasure, whatever. Like just spending time doing that because that's not something that I always actively did. Zipporah's confused, and I understand. Look at
Oh my God, girl. This is my purple lipstick that she's smearing all over her face. Whatever. I don't care. As long as she's quiet. You know, quiet. I don't care. We'll take another bath in a little bit.
I don't know.
Okay.
But just those things, you know, just trying to be good to myself, you know, or whatever that looks like.
Yeah. I agree. That's good. How
about you?
Well, I mean, I said what I was going to do this year.
I know, but like, is there anything else you want to add or not add? Because we talked about like goals, like
I was going to say,
yeah,
well,
but like the other things.
What do you
like
think I'm not adding? Because this is the thing, y'all. Me and Kayshana are actually friends, so it's like, bitch, I know it's something that you're not talking about, like what you not saying. So I'm like, what is it that you think I should say that I'm not saying?
Well, because I know I kind of added like a little thing on the end that wasn't so much. I don't want to say goal oriented. I mean, I guess it is like a goal or like a thing to actively do. And you do have to actively make those decisions. But like, is there anything in that vein, you know, that you would like to do this year?
I mean, as far as like when you
like
were
specifically for you outside of like business or work or, you know, things like that is what I guess that's what I'm trying to ask. And you may not have it right now, and that's okay. But I'm just asking.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know. The things I listed are just the things that's happening right now. I guess.
Yeah, I got sirens. Hold on.
Siren? I don't hear them. Oh, okay. But I don't know. I mean, like I like what you said about being nicer to yourself.
You know what? That okay. This kind of maybe was not really what she was talking about, but like you know Chloe Bailey, Chloe Halle.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, so she has this song that like her new single just dropped, Treat Me. And it's like, treat me like I treat me. You got to treat you nice.
Yeah.
Like, talk to me nice. Treat
You
me.
know what I do? I have been doing that because I've always struggled with my weight, how I view myself, how I view my body. And since I've had Zipporah, I try not to look at myself as if I'm disgusting. And yes, I know you're looking at me crazy.
I'm not saying anything because there's no judges. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, like, you're looking at me crazy because you're my friend. And you're like, bitch, what's wrong with you? I mean, you're looking at me like that as a friend. Like, stop talking to yourself crazy. That's how I'm reading your face. Okay, yeah. So
pot kettle, because I be talking to me mad crazy too. But that's not the point.
Okay,
the point is,
and I be sitting up here like, really though, really, like that's how I feel like you're looking at me right now. But the thing is, I've been working on. I'm going to continue to take a chill pill with my body, you know. And it's not like I'm just sucked in by like magazines and Instagram people, like how my body should be. But I have tailored who I look at as far as workout people, you know, fitness people. Because I was at one point in my life, I was really obsessed with being slim. And even in my skinny days, I was still bottom heavy, but I was really obsessed with being slim. Not eating disorder, obsessed with it, but like I don't want weight on me. I'm uncomfortable in this and that. But anyway, just not being like, ugh, when I see myself in the mirror. I would say last night when I put on my dress to go to your dinner, like I liked the dress and this and that, and I felt like I looked nice and everything, but I was uncomfortable, and I was just like, this is probably also something that I need, because all I wear ever since I discovered I was pregnant, which is pandemic, it's been biking shorts, sweatpants, stretch pants, bras, sports bras, big t-shirts, tank tops. Like I haven't worn any real clothes. So this was like my first time really wearing real clothes. And so I was just like, oh, I see some areas that I saw before when I was naked, you know, but like I kind of want to work on these areas or whatever. But like just even in that process, like not down in so many bang energy drinks so I could kill myself on the freaking treadmill, not making myself run on the treadmill when I don't feel like running today. At one point in time, I was always on the treadmill. Now I'm just like, I don't feel like running. I'm gonna be on the elliptical. But just like being nice to myself in that sense. Like, Erin, just chill. You know, like you were a grown woman when you had a baby. You had grown woman weight. You still had happy weight. Even I've been married for like 5-6 years. You still got pregnant, not pregnant weight.
Shout out to grown women weight.
You got happy weight. You got grown woman weight. Like, it's okay. You look fine. Your husband still be trying to be waking you up in the middle of the night to get it. He still love it. You know, like it's okay. So
let me tell you something about things as a person who has never been average size. I haven't been average size since like the 4th grade. Mm-hmm. And even then we was pushing it in the husky section. I've never been an average size person. Mm-hmm. Most of my life has always been spent plus size in some way. And I mean childhood on up. There is a market for everyone. Mm-hmm. Okay. So for everybody, and I think there's like this is a whole nother episode. We're gonna have to do this. It's gonna be a whole nother episode, but there's a market. There are people who love you. There are people who don't just tolerate whatever it's not a tolerance. People love you, and people will seek you out, whatever it is that you think you have going on or that you do have going on or whatever. There's somebody. And I don't mean just one person. There's somebody for that, whatever that is. If you think your knees look funny, guess what? It's a whole group of people who they love funny looking knees. They love that. They do. If you think that you too big, too small, whatever, your elbows are weird, whatever, you might not have no edges. Guess what? It's some people out there who love people without edges. They love that. Like such as whatever that is, you know, but before you find those people, they find you or whatever, you gotta be okay with whatever that is. And if it is something, there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve or change. I don't want to say improve because it implies that something is necessarily wrong. with you or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to change, what you see in order to make you a little bit more comfortable with that, just as long as it's something that you're wanting to do for you and not for the gaze of others. If you are truly unhappy with something or something is really bothering you, there's nothing wrong with working toward making something different, or even if you want to have surgery. I don't know, I'm not against it. If people want to have surgery, they want to do things like that, that's them, and that's totally fine. Just as long as you're doing it for you and not to be accepted in a different type of way, which is easy to say sometimes. Again, that's a whole nother episode. I think we should do that in the future.
We should. We'll write it down after this.
Kind of talk about those things. But I've never been status quo of what is technically desired, or whatever. Like, oh, this is what they like, or this is what this. I've never been that girl. But some kind of way, I've still managed to be that girl. Do you get what I'm saying? We all do. We all, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You're gorgeous, Erin. I don't think that you don't think you're not. But I'm just reminding you because it never hurts to hear it again.
Girl.
It doesn't. I mean, come on, tell me you don't want to hear that. Who doesn't want to hear that?
Well, girl, I do. You're beautiful too. When I used to when I lived in on Jennifer Lane, I said this last night. I sometimes, like, even when I didn't want to work, I used to jog the neighborhood. And so even when I didn't want to, first of all, praise the Lord, that Zipporah is finally taking her little ass to sleep, baby. And if you were looking on YouTube, you see her on my chest, and she has a fistful of my dreadlocks. I ain't mad because she's asleep. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Praise the Lord. Anyway, but even when I did not want to work out, I would get out there and I would go jog because it was going to be some nigga on Jennifer Lane, because that's where they was all at, that was going to holler at me or say something to me or look. And, and I ain't even mad because today I feel like crap. Today I feel bloated. Today I had a bad day at work.
Can we talk about gas station niggas real quick and the way they will lift you up?
Okay. The best boost, confidence boost, ego boost, all that. I'll be like,
baby, you could be in a bonnet. Not that that's another episode. I'm not a bonnet in public person. That's just not.
But I will wear a net. I will wear a net in public.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Like right now, I have beads in my hair, so like I will wear a net to the gym if I have beads in my hair.
Are you talking about like a thing? Like, yeah, it looks like a little.
Looks like the cafeteria worker net.
Yeah, but like it's made to be worn out. Like that thing is like it actually has design. Like it's made. It's like a snood or like a beret type of like a crochet thing or something.
I got one for me. Oh, here it goes. One right here. Hold up. Let me see.
Like them things. Remember they got real popular. Yeah, like those are meant to be worn out, I think.
Okay, well, because this is meant to be worn out. So small because she had beads in her hair.
But the point is like you can have crust in your eye and like your lip could be a little bit ashy. And a gas station dude, they see past all that.
Okay. All of it.
I don't know what they be looking at.
You know what, sir? Thank you.
You're like, you know what? You know what?
Today,
your socks don't match. Like they just out here. They just see it, and
they just see beauty and fineness up under all that ash.
They see that ass up under that ash. That's what they see. That's what they see.
They see it. They look past the unpedicured toes, the 2-year unpedicured
they sure toes. It's polished mission off the last 2. They do not care.
And for that, we thank you, gas station dude.
You know what we do?
Thank you,
we
dude,
also
that ain't at work,
your
just sitting outside smoking a cigarette. We thank you, okay? You are needed in society, okay?
That's a whole nother thing too.
You are needed.
Yeah, like I feel like it compliments. It depends on it's like the giver. It depends on the source. And then also if I know, like you know, we be knowing when we leave out the house, like if we, you trying to just do something real quick and come back, like maybe you don't put your best efforts in, or like, I'm running, I'm in the middle of cooking dinner. I got cornbread mix on my shirt. I'm looking some kind of way, whatever, but I have to run out and get whatever. Like if I'm getting certain compliments and they're very gratuitous and I know what I look like, I know what I'm doing. Like I smell like fried chicken and I got whatever going on, I'm gonna question your standards at that point. like I'm gonna say thank you, but like mentally, like if
really
I even was, I don't know. I now question your standards because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you see this ash in the corner of these hands, you see me out here looking this kind of way, and I don't know. I guess that's very counter, like it's counter to literally what I just said, but still it's like thank you.
It also depends on the day. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it depends.
Like, thank you, I needed that. And the other time it's like, get out of my face. I look like shit. I got a mask on. How you telling me I'm beautiful? Get on. I'm trying to buy me some pads and some
because sometimes it's like they'll just be saying stuff and I'm like, you just be saying stuff, but like when it don't mean, yeah, I know you just saying something. You're just saying something to try to get a number that hopefully might lead to ask for you, which is not likely.
No, it's not happening.
Mm-mm.
Real quick, I want to ask you about the small things. Like I was talking to my cousin the other day, just about a whole bunch of different stuff. And she reminds me of you. She works in the social work field and public health field, things like that. But she'd be on, I know you're not a counselor, but she'd be on her counseling stuff or whatever. So like her mind is really open. But we were talking about just like the small things in life, just like it's not always the big things. Like sometimes it's just the small things. Like she was telling me like she had to reevaluate her small things because she was like, she spent I'm not gonna say X amount of money at Starbucks for the month. Like she looked at her bank account and was like, dang, I spent a couple these, a good grip of money at Starbucks this month. But she was just like, her getting up and getting her Starbucks every morning was just so soothing. And it was like what she needed to like just get her day going, to just, just to feel solid or whatever. And I'm just like, it's just like those small things are so freaking necessary just for you to just feel good, just for you to like flourish, just to even be present in the moment. Like it's the small things. Like I know for me, when I really sat back and thought about it, like one of the things that I need, like I don't know if you even picked up on this, but a couple months ago, I was always talking about candles because I didn't have candles. I was burning a lot of incense, and I was burning incense in the morning.
Got incense going now.
But like Larry was like, I'll burn in our bathrooms and in our bedroom, and he's still sleeping and stuff. And he was like, it was messing with his allergies and stuff. And I was like, okay, just burning it, I guess, in that closed space and stuff. And so I was like, okay, so let me just get some candles. So I was like, I just want a candle lit in my house. But what I ended up doing, I got candles for my bathroom for my morning meditation time and Zipporah's morning bath time or whatever. But like the burning candle wax, like I used to always get, and it's so small, but I used to always get like the Zen fragrance or like the sage lavender. But like lately I've gotten like marshmallow and I've gotten cotton candy. Like I never was a food person. Like I don't want my house smelling like food or candy, but like I did. Well, it's not smelling like apple pie or vanilla or baked cookies or whatever, but like the marshmallow crispies and the cotton candy, and like I just bought a pineapple one. Like I just need, when I wake up, I just need my house to smell like one of those. Like, and I guess because to me that says happy. Cotton candy says happy to me.
Yeah.
Marshmallow crispy says happy to me. So I need, when I get up, because I'm the first one up in the morning. I'm the one that's up at 4:00, sometimes 3. I'm the one that's up first thing in the morning and doing whatever I need to do, whatever to get myself going. And it's like, I'll get up, go turn on my wax burner or whatever. So by the time I come out my room, my house, it smells happy. And I was like, that's one of the small things that I need to get through the day. Like I said, it used to be like very relaxing, but now it's just like I need to be fucking happy to get my day going. I need to be constantly, my house needs to smell happy all the now I will drop in a little like zen or a sage in the mix of the cotton candy and marshmallow, whatever. But like I just need that to just feel good in the fucking morning, just so I could go off and be somebody's wife, mother, dog mom, friend, employee, citizen, community activist, all that shit, responsible driver, all that shit. I need that marshmallow crispy smell in the morning. And it just, when I was talking to her, I was just like, hell yeah, bitch. Like I knew that, but I was like, you're absolutely right. Like you need those small things to just keep you zen. You know what I'm saying? What you need in the morning? What you need that's small?
First of all, I'm an incense girl.
Yes.
I'm a scent girl. There's a wallflower in every room in my house. There's
and I owe you some Mag Champa for your birthday. Isn't it what it is?
Mag Champa, yeah.
I owe you that for your birthday.
I actually just bought
I'll probably just send you the money for it.
7 bucks.
Oh, okay.
That's just about like a bag. No, there's never too much though, because it's gonna get used. It's gonna get used. But like I'm a scent person. Even in my office, like I have my oil diffusers, my wallflower, again, preferably a Palo Santo wallflower. I have a Palo Santo room spray. I like earth smells and things like that. Or as I like to say, I like stuff that smell like dirt. But I also love anything honey. So I have several honey candles that literally smell like
off topic.
Open a jar of honey.
Do you eat beets?
Beets? I don't prefer them.
Oh, okay. Well, they taste like earth. And you say you like the smell of earth. So I was just like, I wonder if she eats beets.
I don't prefer them because they taste like dirt.
I just put them in Larry's smoothie because they're supposed to help with blood pressure. And the other fruits cover it up. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, beets are really sweet though. Beets will also surprise you later on if you've never eaten beets.
The ones I bought weren't sweet though. They tasted like
beets are full of sugar. Well, you remember Doug? Doug, like how they had like the sugar beet fairy or the sugar beets and how everything was about beets. Like there's a lot of sugar in beets.
I didn't. Well, the ones I bought, they were in a 4-pack. I don't know if it was at Brookshire's or Walmart, but they were steamed beets, and I would just put one.
They were steamed.
Maybe, yeah. And like I would put them. Yeah, I would put them in Larry's smoothies because he at one point in time his blood pressure was up more than normal or whatever. We was trying to figure out what was going on in his life. And so I had read that beets help with that. So I was sneaking vegetables in his smoothies, but they were covered up by the orange juice and pineapples and strawberries,
because it's sweet. Like beets are regular, like raw beets I know are sweet.
Really?
They just have.
I was reading and it said like since they're a root, they taste like the earth. They taste like dirt. And I was like, oh, this tastes like dirt. But
they do, but they have a lot of sugar in them. Still, that doesn't like make the sugar go away. Because of that. But it's beets are a source of sugar for like a lot of production companies and things like that. They'll use beets. You get sugar from beets. Stuff. You're too are intelligent. You know things. You know things. That just wasn't one of them.
Yes, okay. But get back to your scent. You like earth scent.
I like stuff that smell like dirt. I like stuff that smell like dirt. Like stuff that smells like honey. I love honey anything. I like it. It's awesome. So yeah, candles, incense, wallflowers, things like that. Space away from other people, because I do not. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I'm really not. If there's like a preference, like when I want to be around people, I want to be around people. But like when I don't, I don't, and I need space from people because there's a lot. People will put a lot on you. People will project. They'll do a lot of projection. They'll do a lot of dumping and things like that. And I too am a people. So like we all are people. And like I said before, one thing about people is people gonna people. So and you can count on it every time. I'm not the biggest fan of people like that. Now, my people, that's different, because you're my people. That's different. But being alone, like work, being able to have an isolated space, like being able to have my own office and close the door or whatever, and like just a break, because there's just so much masking that has to happen in professional settings. And shoot, even sometimes outside of professional settings, we can't say everything we think or express everything we think. So there is some level of masking. And again, it's, of course, in professional settings, there's like code switching, which is another form of masking, which again, that's a whole nother episode we can talk about. Um, but like just being able to be by myself, I like that. I enjoy that.
My other small thing is it's so different from yours, which is fine. But it's just funny because like you'll be like, I just need my time alone. And I'm just like, I need to watch Golden Girls in the morning. Like at one point in time, like Golden Girls came on Lifetime. I don't know if it still does because in my bedroom we don't have our cable hooked up in there. We don't have a box in there. But like Golden Girls came on in the morning. And I needed that. Like I enjoyed it. I've seen every single episode of Golden Girls. I know it verbatim. And I will still watch that shit like I ain't never seen it before, bust out laughing, all that stuff. But girl, Lifetime had the nerve to play Golden Palace. That's the Golden Girls spinoff when Dorothy got married and
I've
left.
heard about that and I've
Yeah.
not seen it, but I've heard about that.
Don Cheadle's on it. Young Don Cheadle's on it.
Yeah.
But like Dorothy left, and then the remaining three Golden Girls, Sophia, Rose, and Blanche, bought a hotel. And I was sitting here like, let me tell you, the whole entire time they played that bullshit, and I'm not saying it's bullshit.
No, but it wasn't your constant. It was Golden Girls was like your grounding. You knew everything was, there was nothing unexpected. You didn't have to think about anything.
Yes, I burned incense in the morning and I watched Golden Girls. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was not right. And I can't remember how many years ago this was. I was living in Monroe when this happened. This is a long time ago, but I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like I was not right at all. And I needed family.
Well, you don't have capacity for new things. And I think that's why I sit here and rewatch Girlfriends and One-on-One and stuff in the same amount of time I could be watching something new that, other people are asking, have you seen this? Have you seen that? No, I'm rewatching X, Y, and Z, or I'm rewatching Inuyasha or whatever it is, because I don't have the capacity for new things. I don't want to have to think about plot twists.
And it's comfortable. It's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's grounded.
I watch Living Single. I've got
just anything that I've seen already.
The only reason why I have Hulu is because of Living Single. And I watched it because I love that show. But then after a while, I watched it because so many other reasons that can be so many other shows.
Comforting. It might be what put you to sleep.
Comforting. I was like, I needed this in the heat of the night. I watched that. Like I watched Living Single so much that I'm tired of it. But I'm starting to miss. I'm probably gonna watch it again. In the heat of the night.
You just wait a year.
Fucking repeat.
You just wait a year and revisit it. It's fine.
But like I needed Family Guy at night to go to sleep, and I needed Golden Girls in the morning. And that time, Lifetime had the dumbass idea to play Golden Palace during Golden Girls time period. I was not myself. I said I needed this. They was on some dumb shit back then. But anyway, all that to say, like, it really be the small stuff that like gets you through the day. And it's like you don't even realize how important it is, how necessary it is to your life, just to like for you to even like freaking live, flourish, be yourself, be able to talk to other people. You know what I'm saying?
I think another one of those things, it's not necessarily healthy, but it's like my phone, like having the power to look whatever it is up when I need to. You know how you kind of like have a thought or an idea or something, you can't place whatever that thing is. You're like, let me look it up on Google real quick. If I'm not able to do that, it's gonna bother me. Like I need to know the answer like right then. So and I need to work on detaching from my phone, because I don't necessarily think that that's healthy. I would like to bring my screen time down, not just, in general, like overall, the computers, phone, whatever. I'd like to lower my screen time, because I feel like that would reduce a lot of anxiety and just things. One thing I thought about coming back from vacation is how vacation is just vacation. You know, it is what it is, but your things are still the same. You've got to make some real life changes in order to, you know, have some actual impact. Because if you're going on vacation, and that's great, you know, vacations are good. Everybody should have a break. But you're coming back to the same shit and the same problems. If there's something you can do about it, sometimes, you know, it's just stuff that's like out of your control or whatever. But if there's something you can do, um, I would try to do that. Like, hey, I was just thinking, like, I gotta, the way my shoulders, the closer I got to home, the way my shoulders and shit started tightening up, I was like, oh my God. And so it's starting already.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even there yet, facing anything yet. And of course, as soon as you get home, it's like boom, 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 you know, whatever. And I'm just like, I've got to make some actual changes where feasible. I've got to do that because I cannot keep operating in the same mode. I mean, there's a finite amount of time that we have to operate in certain modes. It's like you something's gonna have to give.
Yeah.
Something like you know, or the method of dealing with whatever those somethings are has to be different. Again, go to therapy, everybody. Everybody should be in therapy. Everybody should be in therapy. You get a professional. You get a professional. Everybody go to therapy. Definitely in there consistently. So I think that's helpful. But I know we were supposed to be talking about little things, but
no, but I mean that can be little and big to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on how you look at it and how you perceive therapy or whatever. But I mean, like, it's all necessary.
Therapy can save you and also save others. It can. It can. It's a tool. And it's a tool that gives you more tools and teaches you how to handle certain things. So there's something happening at Gremlin where apparently the new volleyball coach cut the entire team after 3 practices.
You know, my mama said something to me about that.
Yeah, and I didn't hear anything about that until like I got back or whatever, and somebody was talking about it. Somebody was like going off, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is happening? You know, so I look up like an article, and I'm like, what is, you know, what is this about? They were saying that like after only a few practices, that I think there were like 19 players. She informed all 19 players on April the 4th that they were cut basically. And you know, these are college athletes on scholarship and things like that. And I believe the way that it works, and I'm sure anybody out there who knows about athletic scholarships and stuff, is like if you're cut from the thing you're there, you're being paid to be there for, I think you only have like a couple of more months to like find another school, or you got to pay, you know, like you can't, because that's your scholarship, you know.
Right.
And here we are. I don't know what was going on. I don't know like what was the whole team just that bad that everybody got cut. The thing about it is they haven't said what it was. They didn't say. Not, at least not in the articles that I can see. You know, that they were saying, one of the students was saying they weren't able to practice much.
Because of what? Because of school?
She said based off of that, they were not able to renew the scholarship, so I didn't really get any time to show what I could do. They said there were only a few practices, and then they got cut.
See, I want to, but see, that is, yeah, you're here to play the sport, but they're students first. So, I mean, if the student wasn't able to practice because of schoolwork.
This is a quote. Okay, so this is a quote from the one of the students that got cut. She said, in reference to the coach, she said that we weren't able to practice much, which we weren't. And she said, based off that, she was not able to renew my scholarship. So I didn't really get any time to show what I could do. When I was in there, she told me my heart completely broke. Of course, I didn't cry in there, but I did when I left. And it just hurts really bad, the fact that it was snatched away so fast. This coach was a new coach hired in February, and then early April she cut everybody. I don't know if there's some other things behind it, again, because that's what a student is saying. I have not seen anything from the coach herself. I think her name is Chelsea Lucas. So I don't really know. Like I said, when I first got the story or whatever, it was somebody going off about the students being cut, but I'm like, but they didn't really offer anything. Like there was no reasons behind it. And I'm like, well, was the talent just not there? Like, I don't think it was, I don't think it could be necessarily be a talent thing, because how would they get the scholarships in the first place if none of the players are talented enough to be there on scholarship?
Right.
So I'm like, is it that? Or
Did
is
she just
it
not feel like what she
academic?
had was
Is
not
it
good?
an academic thing? Is it,
Because let's
I
talk
don't
about it.
know.
Let's see what's up.
There's like, yeah, I think that there's more to it. I think that's unfortunate, and like it has to be something for all. You cut the entire team. That's 19
Right.
students. The whole team. You didn't cut some people, you cut the whole team. So now there
Is
is
it
no
because you're a new coach
team.
and you're cleaning house? Like, when
Yeah,
a new
yeah,
director comes
basically.
in, that cleaning house. But you can't, but can
But
you
you can
really?
clean house without leaving nothing there. I mean, there are plenty of football coaches and whatever other kind of coaches or whatever dance coaches, whatever, that will come in and clean house. Because like sometimes people are just not performing the way at the level they should be performing, or maybe they've gotten comfortable, or the attitude. An attitude will get you cut. It will get you cut. So there's a lot of things that could get you cut from these various teams, but I've not seen anywhere where the coach has specified exactly what it was. Outside of the student saying what she was saying about practicing and things, and how they didn't really get a chance to practice or show. She felt like she wasn't able to show her skills, show the coach her skills like that. But cut everybody. Sports Illustrated covered it.
Really?
So I think it'll be I guess interesting to see what the coach actually says, if she says anything, because she doesn't necessarily have to give the public an explanation.
She doesn't have to, but I mean, like,
sure
inquiring minds want to know. You can't make that.
Yeah, I would like to know, because there's something with
and
that.
not let people know some kind of what's up, even if it's total BS, even if it's straight up PR.
And I'm like, somebody got to say something at some point, maybe, hopefully, because I'm like, did they all fail a drug test, or like they all fail in school, or because there's a lot of things where you're like, okay, that's understandable. Like we just can't have these certain things, on the team. If you got to cut the whole team, you just got to cut them because that's just the rules, whatever. But I don't know, and I just think it's unfortunate that all these students, these girls, all lost their scholarships, but I don't know what it is that caused them to lose their scholarships,
Exactly. But it's still odd that everybody lost.
Yeah. I think it kind of is.
It's like when you're a kid, like, I failed the test, but everybody in the class failed the test. Like, how's it everybody in class?
Hey, I got a professor. I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, look. Anyway, yeah, just know God. I swear, I feel like nope, can't say that. But anyway, it's like it happened like a week ago, so they haven't said anything. I don't know. I don't know that they will say anything because it's like a week out. So
they will. Something's got to be said. Somebody gonna say something. Let's watch for that.
I don't know. Gremlin sports section is like, people take Gremlin sports like super seriously.
People take
especially football.
Gremlin seriously.
They do. It's Gremlin and Southern, but mostly Gremlin. I don't really hear too much about Southern like that. It could be just based on location.
Is it because we're up? Is it because we're up north?
That's Gremlin? What I was thinking. Like I think
it's we're 20 minutes away from Gremlin.
Yeah, so like I think Southern is like we don't hear because we're not down there like that.
Right.
But the way the community is always in an uproar about whatever decision is happening in Gremlin, whether that's the football coach or whether they're building a new building or whatever. There's just a lot. There's a lot always to be said about Gremlin. And it could be just because there's a lot of Gremlin alumni everywhere, but they're definitely heavily based in this area as well. So I don't know. That's what I was thinking about. I mean, can't really make any determinations about it just because it's still ongoing. Hell, it might be finished because they might not say nothing, like you said. They might not say nothing at all.
All right, girl. So church announcements. You got any church announcements? I have you know what? The Chardonnay has kicked in all the way. I'm gonna I don't know if you can see my eyes, but they are a little low. The Chardonnay has kicked in. I will be getting another glass. But anyway, Kayshana, do you have any church announcements?
Like I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, there's a show coming up. Once details and stuff come out, I will give details and stuff, and they will be out.
Your next exhibition, yes.
Yes.
I'm excited. You the work you did for the last exhibition you were a part of, the mini rooms, was so dope. And I'm not saying this because you are my friend. Was so dope.
Thank you.
I'm on an installment plan. I'm buying Kayshana's artwork. I think I got about like $300 left to pay for some artwork. But it was so dope. So I'm excited for your next exhibition. Like, can you tell us anything about it? Anything?
I will say that it's an extension of what I did of that series. It's an extension about that series, which the series is about the rest and also just caring and keeping of Black women. You know, it's the extension of that. It involves, like I said, it's mixed media, and also some of the pieces also involve poetry inscribed into the background. I'm saying inscribed, it's really painted with a different. Anyway, you'll see it if you can see it. Hopefully I'll be able to have a online gallery. And it's not just me doing this show, it's me and Rodriguez Davis doing the show. He'll be showcasing some of his photography because he's also a mixed media artist, but he's a photographer as well, a dope photographer. And I think this will be the first time he will be showing his photography in a actual show versus posting and things like that. So I'm excited to see some of his work in print form, because he's an amazing artist and photographer. Okay. I definitely admire his work.
Well, I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it to, I'm always excited, but I can't wait for that to happen. So we'll be waiting for more details on Kayshana's next exhibition. And also, like, her previous exhibition was at Master Museum. It's no longer up, but there is a virtual exhibit, and I will post the link to the virtual exhibit in the show notes. Y'all definitely go check it out. Like, I'm not just saying this because this is my friend and my co-host, and I'm friends with the other people. Like, the work is really dope. So I'm gonna post that link in our show notes, and I'll probably, I'll put it on the website. On your up under your bio. I don't know.
That's fine. You can do that. I think I need to link it on my freaking website. How about that? It's actually updated. One thing I did want to add is that y'all leave comments and rate us on iTunes or whatever platform that you're listening on. Please go ahead and rate us. Leave us a comment. If you're on YouTube, definitely leave a comment, question, whatever it is that you guys, want to say. If you like something, if you didn't like something, if you have a thought you'd like to add to something that we said, we definitely want to hear from you.
Yes.
So.
All right, girl. Well, I have no church announcements, but yeah, make sure you follow the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I will say we are more active on Instagram. We do have a TikTok. Kayshana's over that because she's better at TikTok than me. But yeah, follow us on all the social medias. Follow me at Love Erin AD. And follow Kayshana.
Oh yeah. KHD Studios with an S. Yeah. KHD Studios. That's on TikTok. That's also on Facebook business page. Don't do that. Just find my business page. Don't be that person if I really don't know you. Because just don't do that. Instagram is also KHD Studios. Any business inquiries, you'll find the link to the email, things like that concerning that. Also, guess what my website is? It's khdstudios.com. Who knew? That's how you can find me. So thank you guys again for listening. We are glad that you tuned in, and we look forward to hearing from y'all.
Yep, sure do. And we'll see y'all later. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.